Because you're not what you eat, you are what you eat eats. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Welcome to Flip Flop Barnyard.
Faith does not know what to think about this cold snow.
I don't think she likes the snow.
She's not a fan.
It is 18 degrees out this morning.
We got her bundled up.
But it's calm. It actually feels kind of warm to me compared to the last several days. We've had wind chills like 5 and 10 below zero. But now
it's been very cold. I've stayed inside.
Yes, you've stayed inside.
We've stayed inside.
But now it's calm, so it feels nice.
Feels nice.
To me.
That's a relative term.
Yes. So
it feels so cold.
I dragged Jenna out because she hasn't been in any of our recent videos.
No, I've been
neither has Faith.
Down. We've been hunkering down where it's warm, cozy in the fire.
So I don't know what we're gonna do.
I don't know. We should probably tell them what's going on with Jack.
Oh yeah, I was like, was something going on? I'm so used to things going on, I don't even know.
So yeah, Tuesday morning, Jack had a chiropractor appointment, and on his way home, he hit a patch of ice and crashed his truck into a ditch and broke his wrist. So that was not fun. He called me. I knew something was wrong when he called because he had texted me and let me know he's on his way home, and he said that the road conditions are good. And then about 20 minutes later, he called me, and I was like, uh-oh. And he was like, I wrecked my truck. I'm like, are you okay? And so I think my wrist is broken, and the whole thing. So we don't know yet about the truck. We're waiting to hear back about the insurance and all that jazz. But
the insurance company is assuming that it's a total loss, but they haven't even seen it. It's just the age of the truck, it being a 2009. For some reason, they assume it's a total loss, but we'll see what happens with that. So
anyway, just please keep him in your prayers for quick recovery. And
the last 2 Januaries have not been very good to Jack.
He said Januaries are not my month. You're right. But
so for those of you who don't know, last January he broke his tibia.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah.
This is way less. He told the nurse that his pain level was a 4. And they were like, what? Because he's got a broken bone. He's like, well, he broke his tibia before. So here he's comparing pain levels.
Last year he broke his tibia, so that was the worst pain. And they're like, oh, that makes sense.
Oh, goodness.
So,
look,
anyway,
tell everybody how you feel about it.
You are cranking, little girl.
I'm probably have to go sit in the truck with her. She is not enjoying this.
Trying out a new microphone here. I've got some wireless mics, and they should help with sound quality. I guess it'll get a good test since I just walked past my idling diesel truck. So anyway, I'm going to try to self-film this. The kids are down milking the cows. The milk machine is actually frozen right now. So they're having to hand milk, which is not terrible, but it's just not the fastest way. And I've got to get this strap figured out here. We had to get some wood yesterday. So the boys and I were cutting wood. We usually collect several trees and drag them out with the tractor and bring them over to the wood splitter. Yesterday we were able to gather 3 at one time and pull them over here. 3 nice locust trees. Locust is my favorite firewood. Now, let's see if this tractor is going to start. It probably will. It's not as cold as yesterday. Yesterday I had to jump it off. It wanted to start, but couldn't quite do it. Letting the glow plugs heat. Put it out of gear. Hey, it's alive. Poor little cold tractor. I always let my tractor idle or run it at a low idle for a while before I actually run it hard when it's super cold out like this. Let the oil get warmed up a little bit. Make sure it's lubricating all the bearings and stuff really well. We have cold here, but this is exceptionally cold. We don't usually have many days like this. Down to my last 3 rolls of hay, which in theory should be about 6 days worth. So at some point today, the temperature is supposed to warm up to like 40, which is more than we've seen in a while. And maybe it'll help melt some of the snow off. I've got a whole load of plywood, rebar, and 2x4s on this trailer of mine to form up my footers with, but I'm going to have to unload that so I can go get a load of hay. My original plan was to use that right off of the trailer. But this snow has put a damper on that idea. All we can do is make plans and then work with what weather we get. And it's all okay. All right, I'm going to cut the netting off of this. I think we ended up getting about 3 inches of snow total, which was right in the middle of what they predicted. So the kids have been enjoying it, and it's sticking around. So they're having a great time. So I'm trying to just enjoy the snow while it's here, even though it's inhibiting what I really want to be doing, really need to be doing. But kids are having fun. We're staying warm, still getting some things done. And Faith is just as angry as she was. She is not happy. I see that. Jenna says, I am mad. Hey, baby girl. Hey, Faithy, you gonna talk to Daddy? Yeah, I see you. Hey, girly. Hey, baby girl. She probably is. She should take a nap. Hey, little Faithy, you should take a little nap. You'll feel much better. Right. Like I told y'all the last video, I think I've already pre-selected where I'm going to set this bale of hay. I'll see when I get over here to verify if that's still the case. This area is already a lot cleaner than it was last winter. Just feeding in an area helps so much cleaning it up and seeding it, turning it into pasture. Put this down so I can see a little bit where I'm going. Put it right up, probably like right here. And after we turn this over, we're going to get off and look around. I can show you how this works. So what I wanted to show you is right here is where we had the bale in the last video. And that's how big the bale was when we put it out. And this is how the cows scattered out. And as you can see, all of this cow manure in here, this whole area is just full of cow manure. And that's not even, of course, you can't even see their urine from when it goes down. There's cow pile, cow pile, cow pie, cow pie, cow pie, everywhere, cow pies. And what that's doing is going to turn into topsoil. This hay that they didn't eat is going to turn into topsoil. The seed that's in the hay is going to be scattered out probably in an area twice this big. By the time the winds come in and blow it and the cows just shaking their heads while they're eating the hay, just slings it out everywhere. I mean, look under my tractor at all the cow pies. So this is going to really help grow, generate, build, whatever the word is, topsoil. And you need topsoil to grow good grass because the grass is only as nutritious as the soil it's in. So cows can be eating grass all day, but if the soil doesn't have nutrients in it to make the grass healthy, then the cows are not going to be healthy. So because you're not what you eat, you are what you eat eats. And that's just how it works with us, with cows, animals, pretty much with everything. So I'm going to take this tractor back and go get my fingers warm. Here we are back in the truck.
Yep. Little Miss Faith nursed, and she was sweating because she's hot-natured, like her daddy. I, on the other hand, am still cold, but she was all hot, so we got all unbundled, and she had her little chicken outfit on.
Jenna calls it her chicken wing outfit.
No, chicken wing outfit. Now she's happier. She's like, okay. She really needs a nap, but
there's too much excitement going on for a nap.
She's good at fighting sleep.
She is a world champion sleep fighter.
No, she sleeps good at night, which is really, I'm very thankful. She usually wakes up about once in the middle of the night to nurse and sleeps. So it's pretty good.
Once she goes to sleep. Sometimes she'll scream for 2 hours fighting. Look, she's like, oh, don't even talk about sleep.
She likes to party till 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
Kylie's calling me, and they're down at the barn.
Okay.
Get that.
What's up with that?
Hello? Oh, they're done milking. That's all.
Oh, that
okay,
fast.
well, we're just finishing up here, so we'll come down. All right. Love you. Bye.
Cool. All right, well, we'll go down here. The cows were going down to the water when we came up, so I would say they'll be back up here in a minute to eat, but we might catch them down here. I do need to get a look at some of them who are getting closer to calving, like Gertie, and I think Jack's calf or heifer is sort of close. She's not looking. I had her down for February the 6th, which is actually my birthday, the day before Jeremiah's birthday, but she's not looking like she's that far along right now. So I'm wondering if I mixed it. Yeah, maybe a cycle or two, but she could surprise us.
Cows cycle every 3 weeks, so when you know they're close being due, you kind of keep an eye on what you think their due date is, and then you know if you miss it, you're probably about 3 weeks out or farther, depending on how many cycles you're off.
Yeah, it seems like, for me anyway, I have a harder time with the cows in the winter pinpointing when they're like within a day or two than I do in the summer. I don't know if that's normal. I haven't actually researched it, but in the summer, I'm like, yep, she's going to calve in the next day.
They're a lot furrier
or today.
in the winter. So. And
I can just tell, but it's just their actions and their demeanor. I don't know. I can just tell. But in the wintertime, it's I don't know. It just seems to be harder for me to tell. I mean, I did not. I think I told the kids when we had, not Delmer, Dexter. When we had Dexter, which was Issy Mae's calf, I think I said, I think she's going to calve here in the next week. And then the next day, she had a calf. And Buttercup, who had little calf Delmer, same thing. I said, looks like she's going to calve here in the next week. The next morning, she had a calf. So, not very good at telling about cows and calving in the winter, or not as good as in the summer, I should say. We're going with D names this year for our calves. So if you all have good suggestions for D names, please leave it in the comment. I like kind of silly, or not, shouldn't say silly, but just not normal names. Like for our steers. Yeah, like Delmer, Dexter, just different names. And for our heifers, we'll have names that will like lasting names.
And we have no rhyme or reason to the random letter we pick every year.
No.
We just pick a name and they're like, well, I guess we're going with this now.
Now we're going with D's this year.
I think it was Delmer.
Or Delmer,
It was actually me. I was like, let's name him Delmer.
Oh,
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
It was just some random thought I had, and here we are.
Delmer, Dexter.
Aren't you glad we don't do that with our kids?
Yeah. We can name it Devin,
Dylan. Speaking of names with kids, so Faith is Faith Constance.
Oh,
and we're waiting, and you get your baby's birth certificate in and a social security card, and you're like, yay, it's here. And then you look at it, and it has the middle name wrong completely. And you're like, how did they do that? So we're going through the whole rigmarole of amending her birth certificate because it was somebody's mistake, not ours, where they did her name wrong. So I don't know how long that takes. And then we have to do the social security card after the birth certificate. So, yeah, that's always fun.
Probably going to be great. Yeah, they have her in their system as Faith Candace
instead of Constance, which isn't like way off. It's a few letters off, but it's still obviously not the right name.
Yeah.
So we were like, that's yeah, gotta have that fixed. And I already paid for 2 birth certificates, but of course their mistake, and I still have to pay them an administration fee, and then I'm sure I have to pay for new birth certificates because
that's how the government works.
How it works. But well, it is what it is. I was like, it's one of those you just gotta laugh and go with it because there's nothing else you can do about it but get it fixed. So
right. I see here is Buttercup nursing Dexter. Right there.
They're so fuzzy.
Yep.
So cute.
He's been pooping.
See that?
He's a thinner calf because his mama, Buttercup, is part dairy. So he's a little bit thinner. I mean, not unhealthy, he's just a thinner frame. He's smaller because that's his genetics.
The other calf is a lot bigger.
The other calf is a lot bigger because he's mostly beef. The boys are going to feed the pigs, and we're going to pull down to the bottom gate and wait on them, and then we are going to go home.
The little pond with the pigs is iced over, and yesterday when they went down to feed, one of the pigs was walking across the pond, which was
terrifying, actually.
Not good because it's not very solid ice. We don't get thick freeze here. So
it was making cracking sounds, and we're like, oh man,
you have to
get off of that ice pig.
Rescue a 250-pound pig out of a pond.
The last thing I want to do in sub-zero wind chills is wade out to my waist in a pond and drag a fighting pig out to save its life.
Yeah.
Especially a pig pond.
But we would do it because
yeah,
those are
our pig stock. Yes. And they taste amazing.
Oh my goodness. Our sausage is so good.
It's the best we've ever made.
We keep eating it. I'm like, we're going to go through it and not have any sausage for the rest of the year.
Good. It is.
Slow down.
Yeah. The pork
really
chops. Good. Oh, they're so good.
Here he is. How many times have you broken bones?
5.
I don't know. A lot. Good thing you drink raw milk. But
yeah, I think 5.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, here he is. He goes for his follow-up next week. So he'll be able to get, hopefully they'll just put him in a splint. When the other kids broke their wrists, they just put him in splint. So this was the ER cast thing we did. But yeah, so I don't know what we're going to do with him.
Another January break.
But anyway, well, just thought we would bring you in and show you the poor feller with a broken wrist or arm. 2 bones are broken. So fun times. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us today. We appreciate y'all. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button so YouTube will know that you're enjoying this. And if you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified every time we upload a video. Comment below. Let us know what you think or what's going on in your world. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.